Hi there, my name is Delfina Morganti Hernández. I am an English into Spanish for Latin America and Argentina marketing translator, transcreator, and marketing specialist. When I say I'm a marketing specialist, I don't mean I work directly in digital and marketing advertising, which are fields I do work in as a translator or proofer. What I mean is I help small and mid-sized businesses and entrepreneurs build their marketing and branding strategies based on the STP model, the segmentation, targeting, and positioning model, which is one of the most traditional and old marketing models that is still quite useful and relevant and alive and kicking today. Enough about me. Stop beating around the bush. I am doing this video because a couple of weeks ago I was wondering how I could resume my conversation with my own agency clients in the translation localization industry, and I actually found myself resisting the idea of doing it. I mean, I am constantly prompting people to step out of their comfort zone and do stuff, and I found myself sort of kind of panicking over the idea of, okay, writing an email, trying to find out what happened with these clients that suddenly stopped sending work my way. It takes courage to beat fear and resistance of these things, and I think the pandemic has sort of affected us all. And even though I do have this very extroverted personality and everything, I am human, and I sort of freaked out at the idea of doing this. But I let a couple of days go by, and then I decided to try my luck and see what was going on with these dormant clients, as I call them. And I said to myself, okay, I'm going to try to win them back. And if I do win at least one of them back, and if I do get at least one of them to answer my email, my warm email, and resume our conversation, and that leads to an increase in my workflow, then I'll share my method with people who may be in the same kind of situation. And because it worked, I decided to launch this free May marketing challenge. And I'm not selling you anything. I'm really not planning to sell anything in the short term to you, because I have literally no training devised whatsoever right now in English. And this challenge is in English. I'm focusing on training in Spanish right now, and I have only one brain. It's very active, it's very creative, but it's still only one brain. And I also have 24 hours in a day, just like you do. So even though I'm very ambitious and entrepreneurial and everything, I'm focusing on doing this for free, like I said, but absolutely for free, because I want to share this method, which you will learn more about when I share the when you look at the writing template that I send with prompts to you. Now, this challenge is a challenge in itself, because I know from experience that it takes courage to step out of your comfort zone, to beat resistance. I mean, we constantly long to do things that we also sort of resist doing. Isn't it amazing how we have this this impulse to do something, and then we sort of want to step away from it, from the task, and we procrastinate on it. We prioritize things that could as well be not our priority, and we dodge responsibility, and we dodge the tasks that seem somehow less within our control. And actually, a client's response to your emails is totally out of your control. But what you do, what you can control, is what you do. So it takes courage to speak over this sound of silence. And if you're here, you're already courageous enough to show up and to try to do something about it. I'm so happy that you're here. It means I'm not alone. It means that what happened to me due to the pandemic, or at least so I thought before I reached my clients, is somehow true to you as well. Or maybe you're here because you're sort of saving this content for a rainy day in case your clients stop sending you work in the long run. Whatever your case, sending more emails, doing follow-up is something I always teach in my courses and training, and this is no less different than that in terms of my philosophy. What I am sharing is very specific prompts for writing, so that what you create is not an email asking for work. It's not going to be an email telling you, your client, that you are available so that they send work your way. You're going to create this text based on what we call in marketing the human-centric approach, which is kind of like the third stage in terms of the marketing approach evolution. We have had the product-centric approach in history, throughout history. Now then we have this customer-centric approach, and third, as pointed out by Philip Kotler and other marketing specialists, we are going into this direction called the human-centric approach. The human-centric approach is, as forecasted by marketing specialists, the winning approach. It's the approach we will be in dire need of in the future that's already taking place now, in a future where artificial intelligence and robots and bots and chatbots will be key. So we have to get creative, we have to innovate at the level of our writing too. Communicating will be more important than ever, and doing so with a human-centric approach, which I will enlarge on in my introduction to the templates I've just sent, is very important. So if you were hesitating about whether or not you should reach out in case, maybe you are being a bother or you don't want to sound pushy, okay, you're in the right place. I'm going to try to share as much as I can with my prompts, with my method, so that you create these human-centric emails for your dormant clients. And please remember this: you're not writing a business email, you're writing an email from person to person, right? And your goal will not be a marketing goal. It's a marketing challenge, but your goal will not be a marketing goal. Your goal will be to get an answer from your client first. That will signal success already. You see, the stakes are so low. You're already in the middle of silence. What else could happen, right? So if they answer, that will be a successful outcome for you. If they give you insights as to why they stopped sending work your way, that will be even more successful, because with information from them, you can start learning how to devise your next marketing plan for them, or for buyer personae that are similar to them, right? So you will need to set this goal, this communication goal rather than marketing goal. First, I want an answer from my client. If they answer and give me insights, I'll be double happy about it. I will double celebrate this outcome. And remember that information is power, right? What you learn from that email and how you share value with this client will be key, so that the conversation keeps going. Your other goal, your other set of goals will be in connection, associated with marketing, because we are trying to have a client remember that we exist. We are trying to create a text that will be memorable to them, so that when a project does come up in your language pair, in your specialty fields or service or product offering, they remember you and they choose you. So here we do have a sort of like kind of a mix between a marketing and branding goal, which is having a client keep us top of mind, and if email is very, very human centric, perhaps top of heart, which are branding terms, right? These are the things that we are trying to aim at. I hope this video has been motivational and inspiring enough. Thanks again for trusting me to lend a hand in such a case as this, in such trying times. And I will probably be doing the challenge at the same time as you are going to do it over the next few days with other dormant potential clients, right? This method is useful either for clients that are existing but dormant clients, or with clients that you have already had some sort of intercourse and you are trying to reach out because they failed to do what they said they were going to do. Like, for instance, I had a live interview, in-person interview with a direct client earlier in February. And then this whole thing happened with the pandemic and everything, and I have no idea whether they're still operating or not, whether they would still need my services or not. I mean, it's up to me to try to resume a conversation with them, to say, hey, I'm here if you need me. I'm not going to push you, I'm not going to pester you, but I'm here. I was your choice then, why not now? So this is the idea. These are the set of goals we're going to work on. They are more focused on communication than on marketing, but in the long term, the idea is that you do use these insights that you gain from the answers from your clients in order to illustrate, somehow enlighten, and readjust your marketing plan. So see you there. Do the tasks and let me know. Let me know on LinkedIn. Let me know on via email if you want, if you prefer. We're on this together.